Good evening. Rabbi Chaim, it's not enough that I'm supposed to go up after Rabbi Rosen, after Rabbi Frand, after hearing Shweki sing, after you setting the bar, Rabbi Kushner, after people coming up here with babies, without legs, and now I have to come up and you also have to say I'm a tremendous speaker. No, I don't. I'm not nervous. I'm very calm. You know, Darshanim, you could see normally if someone's prepared or not prepared. They start at Rosh, they say, the Darshan comes, he says, this week's Parsha, Mishpatim, you know he prepared. He knows what Parsha this week is. He looked in the side, he prepared. Bortarashi, Ramban, Rechaim. He knows he's prepared. Then there's a Darshan comes up and says, last week, then you know he didn't prepare himself so much. He's just recollecting something he heard last week. But then there's the smart one, the Oibechuchem. He comes up and he says like his whole vort, and then, yeah, we just read it. Anyway, so we saw in last Parsha, it worked, it's a good joke, but I don't have a vort. I'm not here to say vorts. That's what you had this previous speeches. I'm nervous, forgetting my English. Good. Actually, being here today, speaking at a time, joining this whole day, learning Shas and everything, it's not only for me, and I think for everyone here who's part of the ATIME family, like you named it, it's not only about learning to have this chus. It's also about seeing all the people over here coming and learning for us. I normally hate it. Oh, shkoyach. All right, when I say hate it, everyone claps. I normally hate it when people come up to me and they say, you should have a schus, we daven for you, a herain. It makes me feel uncomfortable. I believe whoever's been through anything, if it's a zivug or whatever it is, and too much murthy is also not always fun. But in such a case where you see people actually doing something, not just eitzes gebers or rolling their eyes and saying, we call it by you and everything. Seeing actually people don't care about anything else, sit down, open a Gemara, learn, have it in mind, raise the money. It's like a matan, sort of a matan b'seisa. I get the rachmanis, I get the hope from the other people, I get the wish from the other people without having to be ashamed and listening to it, like, I'm the big never. So it's an amazing idea. And actually now pronounced online, I'm a nebuch. I'm not. I'm a rabbi, I'm successful, I'm good. I really want to share with you a bit what we go through. That's the purpose why I'm here. I can't really give too much details, but I'll try just to give you an example what it's like, something that anyone could relate to. Try to imagine someone buying a lottery ticket for a big amount of money, someone who is totally poor, never had money, deep in debt, and winning the lottery ticket. Whenever the numbers show up, Friday night he's not supposed to check, so right away Motzi Shabbos he comes, he checks the paper, sees, oh, my numbers are the winners, he waits until Sunday morning, he runs to the office, he comes there, and he finds out he lost the ticket. He won the lottery, but he can't collect it. I'm sure everyone could imagine a bit the disappointment, the devastation, how sad the person would feel, even without having the money, even if we're talking about something that's not anything you would expect, not something you want. Still, the guy thought he's a millionaire, he started building pictures, he started thinking about how it would be. And it all turned out to be Dimyonis. It's all just a fantasy. Imagine that not happening once, not happening twice, over and over again. Imagine that happening to someone who everyone in his neighborhood is winning the lottery. Imagining that happening with something that money can't buy, something that I and anyone else in the ATIME family would give all his money to get that. I can't even begin to describe what people go through until they could get news. If it's, we found a procedure or something, or many times it's a pregnancy. It's full of hope. You find out after tirches that people can't even imagine that your wife is pregnant, for example, and you get all excited, and you start thinking about names. You start thinking about, is it a boy, is it a girl? And then the next time when it happens, you're afraid to start imagining. And you say to yourself, let's not speak about it, let's wait more a bit. But then a few days go by and you can't resist it, and you get all excited. You feel like, okay, I could start imagining now. You finally get the courage to look at some pictures from your nephews or stuff like that, because you feel like, I don't have to be jealous anymore, I don't have to feel bad about it. I'm also getting ready to have one, and then being disappointed again. And the most hard thing about it is that for it being something which should be secretive, it shouldn't be something which, because of Ainore or whatever it is, it's not something you share, it's not something you speak about. So even your close friends, even your family, are normally not a part of it, a part of it. You basically go through it by yourself. At time, especially for me, it's not only about technical support, teaming up with universities, or like Rabbi Franz said, giving hope. A time is there to hold your hand while you're going through this disappointment, to be a listener, and to know that there's someone else who cares about it too. If we wouldn't have such organization, if we wouldn't have other people that we could look them in the eyes and not be ashamed, and not be afraid when we say what we went through, and know that they realize it, they understand it, it would be triple as hard to go through all this. Rabbi Rosen doesn't know about it. Actually, most of you don't know about it. There's a special siyata dishmaya about this evening, for me personally. I have many friends who don't have children. I've been in contact with more families who are in the same situation. We're like an AA group. And I've heard, thanks for laughing, it was funny. And I've heard many times about the anniversaries that go by and how you celebrate them. Especially the 10th anniversary. Everyone knows the Gemara that halacha, after 10 years, if you don't have a kid, you should get divorced. I'm a Rov, I was approaching my 10 years. I learned the halachas, went through with it, I have a chavrusa. And we figured out a heter, I have a heter, why I don't have to get divorced. Shame. But, I'm joking. She's not laughing. And basically, I could tell you one thing. Sitting or celebrating the 10th anniversary with your wife while you don't have children is an experience I don't wish anyone, besides people I don't like. I can't be serious. It's basically sitting down. You're supposed to be celebrating. It's the 10th year anniversary. I remember my parents celebrating the 25th anniversary. It's called Chatunat HaKesef, the silver wedding. Me, two of my brothers were already married. We sat, we planned, we did. We made a ganze Mesibe, the whole family. We brought presents and a ganze program, and we surprised them. And you're sitting down and you're thinking, okay, I'm celebrating my 10th anniversary. Even if I would have a child in the next year, he's going to be 14 and I have my 25th anniversary. He's probably going to be a teenager annoyed with me when he wants to celebrate this thing. But it's basically sitting there alone, receiving, even if you don't want, phone calls from your in-laws and your parents saying Mazel Tov in a very awkward way, and looking at each other, trying to think about something else, sitting there and speaking about anything besides the real point, besides what's really going on. And then whatever you did to celebrate, if you went out to eat or whatever it is, then come home and just go to bed as sad as possible. I don't know if you know Rabbi Rosen. Hi, it is my 10th anniversary. 10 years ago, I got married. Someone would tell me in 10 years from now, I would be invited to the Shas-a-Thon to speak. Because I'm such a good speaker, I wouldn't believe. I can't even imagine how it would look like if I would have to spend this anniversary at home. When you invited me to come here, you didn't. I told you actually that it's around then, but it came out to be Mamish Kovdal Shvat. I really can't tell you what a gift it is for me to be able to celebrate it here and to be able to learn Shas this day and to be able to be with all these people over here, to be able... I had Shweki sing for me on my 10th anniversary. Nothing is b'mikra. Nothing happens b'mikra. Rabbi Rosen, he does what he has to do. He organizes what he has to organize. He does it l'shem shamayim. And Hashem works it out that each one, everyone, even me, that I don't live here and I can't participate so much with the activities in ATIME and I can't get all the technical help, still got such a big, I should call it matana from ATIME, and I can't even start to express how much I'm grateful for that and how much it's amazing. It's just amazing. Not everyone has the zchus to build such an organization. Not everyone has the zchus to start something like that. And even someone who has the zchus to start, not everyone has the zchus to succeed. I don't know of Rabbi Rosen very well. I heard a lot about him, but we're not best friends. And we're not... But I do know that to be able to get such a high level in your organization, to be able to reach so high, to be so successful, to raise this amount you raised today, to raise it and to do stuff. If we raise $2 million a day, that means ATIME is going to spend $2 million next year for this stuff. To do such tremendous things, you need to have a heart. You need to You need to really be there, be in this place, in order to be able to do it. Rabbi Rosen has it, and that's why Hashem is mezakim to do all this. I would like to show you something before I finish. Rabbi Rosen, please come up for a second. I want you to watch carefully. I want you to thank me for my drasha tonight. Okay, pause. Did you just see Rabbi Rosen? Do it again. Thank me again. No, he's not. Did you see this? This is something that not everyone does. And I have maybe a bit of OCD, but I know these little things. People who come up, you give them a hand, and they shake your hand. Okay, formal. I'm a rabbi in Germany, I know how it works. I have an uncle, I don't know if you know him, Mr. Chino Rebbe. Avar Meyid. He's Takavarim. He comes in, he hugs you, and he kisses you, and he's neganzen into it. This is good. Rabbi Rosen has the perfect amount. He gives you 2 hands. He tells you at the same time, I'm protecting you. You give him his hand, and he holds both his hands in it. He does it automatically, and not everyone does it. People that have a special heart hold both of your hands. I'm going to make a special study about it and prove it. But I felt it the first time when I shook Rabbi Rosen's hand. And Baruch Hashem, he was zoiche to do this evening, to pray this evening. And I really wish him from the deep of my heart the best bracha I could ever give Rabbi Rosen. He should be able to close finally his organization. And we should all have Yeshua.